Welcome to Vidya's Kitchen. Today we are making Ghee Appam. This is usually served as a prasad, as an offering to God during special occasions. The ingredients required to make Ghee Appam are 1 cup raw rice and same cup size measure, so equal quantity of jaggery. And then I've got 2 tablespoons of wheat flour, 4 tablespoons of ghee and some cardamom pods. Now the rice I've taken about 100 grams of rice, so equal amount of jaggery, and for 100 grams of rice I've got 2 tablespoons of wheat flour. And we also need 2 tablespoons of grated coconut. And finally we also need a pinch of baking soda, just a pinch. I've soaked the rice in some room temperature water and I'm going to soak it for about 4 hours. We'll require an appam pan to make this Ghee Appam. So it's a pan like this with some holes in it, and we'll be adding the ghee in the holes, and once the ghee melts then we'll be adding the batter to the melted ghee to make the Ghee Appam. So we need a appam pan. If you don't have an appam pan, then the alternate is to deep fry the Ghee Appams. The rice has been soaking for 4 hours. So now I'm going to drain it completely and transfer it to a mixie jar. I've washed the rice and I've added it to the mixie jar. Now we're going to make a really smooth batter with all the ingredients together: the jaggery, cardamom, the wheat flour and this rice. I'm going to melt the jaggery now. I've added it to the pan. Then I'm going to cover it with just a little bit of water, and then we're going to melt this jaggery. We don't need to make a syrup with it, just need to melt it, and then we're going to use that melted jaggery water to grind the rice and all the other ingredients to make the batter. The jaggery is now melted. If there are any impurities, we can filter it off at this stage and then add this jaggery water to the rice before grinding. Now I'm just going to add this jaggery water through this filter into the rice in the mixie. Now we'll add the cardamom pods and also the wheat flour, and then we'll give everything a good grind to make a nice smooth pouring consistency batter. Batter is of pouring consistency, so it's thick batter consistency. We have ground the raw rice that we soaked and washed along with the jaggery water, the wheat flour and the cardamom pods. Now we'll add the coconut to this and the baking soda. So the batter is now ready. We can start preparing the appam pan next. Now I have prepared the appam pan. I have added ghee to each of the holes in the pan, and once the ghee has melted, we'll be adding batter on top of the melted ghee, and we'll allow that to cook. Like I said earlier, Ghee Appam is made on special occasions as a prasad, as an offering to the God. And one such occasion that's happening at the moment is Karthigai Deepam. Karthigai happens in the Tamil month of Karthigai or Karthik month, and it occurs on a full moon day, so Karthik Purnima. And this is the time when we light lamps around our homes, little clay lamps, and the lamps signify positivity and they dispel darkness, and they're supposed to give us happiness. Also, we celebrate Lord Muruga or Lord Karthik's birthday during this time, and we also celebrate Lord Shiva as the eternal flame who's going to light our life and protect us. The ghee has melted now, so we'll add the batter carefully on top of the melted ghee into each of the holes. If you find that the batter is a little bit runny, you can always add a bit more wheat flour to it, and that will help it thicken up. So don't worry about it. And wheat flour also will make this appam very soft. Some people add bananas to it. Our family recipe, we don't add bananas, but adding bananas also is a special taste. That also tastes brilliant. The appam has now been cooking for about 5 minutes. See, it's nice and puffed up. There are little holes on top because of the baking soda. At this stage, we're going to turn this around. It's a little bit tricky turning it around. I'm using this wooden stick that came with the appam pan. You can also use a fork to do this. The color is just brilliant. Now, as an optional step, I'm going to deep fry the neyi appams for just 1 minute in hot oil. This will make it become darker in color, and it will also crisp the outer surface of the neyi appam. This is an optional step. If you want to, you can deep fry it. Otherwise, if you want to eat it as it is, that's fine as well. Yummy, soft neyi appam is ready to serve. Thank you for watching. Enjoy.